we have a number of wannabe techie people that think they're techies out here. Okay. I was talking to Matt. I had one mouthful of whatever that stew was. That was my lunch. And if it didn't smell so good, I wouldn't have had anything. But I had an apple and that was my lunch. Again, I don't eat during the day because I don't want the blood running to my stomach. And the guys that are in my judgment, the pros that get up and talk in front of you guys know all these things. Now, the one thing I've never had to do is I've never had to, like singers lubricate their vocal cords and all that, because I can scream all day long, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. And my voice, if I lose it at all, will be after you're gone. The day I'm relaxing, having a glass of wine in my office, and Sally will come in and say, how do you feel? I says, but somehow I'm able to, override that. I don't know exactly why, I'm sure, but I think it's 85% of QLA, or not, 95% of QLA is mental. It's like, in my judgment, if I had had some athletic talent, they'd say, Dan, you would have made a world-class athlete if you had any fucking talent. Because I was willing to put in the fucking hours, but no fast twitch, that's a fuck, So, but it's 95% mental. And when you get the templates, and you get the scripts, and I tell you, there's a scene in one of the YouTubes that I scream at people. We had a guy from not Romania, one of those half-ass old Eastern, not Lithuania, not Bulgaria, but one of those bullshit countries up there that that used to be on the east side, is now in the free world. He wanted to know something, and he says, "How do we supposed to use the scripts?" And so I went off the deep end and I started screaming at him. I don't want you to change a motherfucking word in the script. If the script's got bad syntax, a lot of people don't know what that even means. Bad syntax. I don't care and send out the letters with a misspelled word. Just like the fuck. They do. They work. I didn't give you a template because the motherfucker doesn't work. And he wanted to know, and he started in on this shit. He was an engineer. He went, and I said, just shut up. I don't want to hear it. I mean, God forbid, Allah forbid that you infect the other people in the goddamn room. Because you're going to get these things and they're going to be you're going to think they're too simple. And even he dumbs them down even more. He makes them even simpler. But I asked you, what did you think when you looked at the kids today? And so he said, go ahead and say it. You can tell him, it's all right.
Like these stunned looks.
Stunned looks, okay? And of course, I said, you may not remember what you looked like back in April. You were not Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hercules, Einstein. But towards the end of the week, it became, and he had already done QLA before he came to the seminar, was working on deals, so he'd actually put it into practice. Now he's really done it, and when he gets up and shares with you what he's accomplished, and you're working on 4 or 5 deals at the same time, yeah, which I do not recommend for you. So I hesitated when I thought about you, but you've been through the program, it's your second time, so because you just want to get one across the goal line, one in the net, just one. But he's doing 4 or 5, and he's got a pretty good chance of probably putting 2 or 3 of them away. But he's been working at it. So he didn't just fall up the turnip truck here. But and it'll be, as he will tell you, and as he told me, it can't be that simple. But it is. It is. Of course, we made it simple. We're not giving you, we've got really confusing templates where they took the guy 2.5 years, and we're not giving you those. Because we're trying to set you up to succeed, not set you up for failure. Because if you fail the first, and why do I have success fees, rolling fees? Because the first time I came here in 1981, here being the UK, I had a 13-company roll-up I was doing in the oil industry. And it failed. And so we had about $500,000 in fees for a failed deal. Well, my other Texas and Oklahoma partners said, Danny boy, those are yours. You brought us over here to this God-forbidden goddamn place, and and it wasn't a slam dunk like you done told us, so you be paying those fucking fees. Well, I didn't have $500,000. Pounds sterling, I might add, which at that time was about $1 million, more or less. And so all of a sudden I said, I can't afford to do this anymore, so I came up with success fees. Desperation. I couldn't afford many more of those. And so I licked my wounds and tried to make myself feel as good as I could and paid them. But in the city, the London, the financial district, it's called the city. I mean, you don't pay somebody in the city. I mean, it's like rabies. I mean, I would have been dead. My career would have been over in London if I hadn't paid all those people. So, but I'm the kind of guy, when I tell you I'm going to pay you, Ed, I pay you. I mean, I like paying you. I mean, I like looking at you. I mean, don't tell me who the money's going to. I don't like that asshole, but just pay him, But I always pay you. I don't always pay when you want to be paid, because I like yank your chain a little, but that's just because I'm an asshole. But that sounds Star Wars. Now, if these guys, they laugh because we do all this shit. We didn't do this when you were here, in April even. This is all new. And why I never did it, people say, why didn't you do all this modern shit? I wish I could tell you, but I didn't think it was necessary. Now we got, The only thing I don't do is go there and make the sale for you. I've even done that a few times. Fly into the town, But if I'm doing all that, then I don't need you, do I? I might as well do the deals myself. Okay, so that's where I came up with delayed fees. Now, one of the not secret, but it's something I had completely forgotten. But one of my young kids brought it to my attention. He said that his KPMG or Deloitte or one of the big accounting firms said, oh yeah, we can do that because that's what we do with all the private equity deals, and your deal is really a private equity deal. And so, because the private equity and the hedge funds never pay their fees up front. They pay them when the deal closes. And I completely forgotten that, because that's the world I came from, the finance world, but I forgot those words. So, you're not asking them to do anything different than they didn't already do, or haven't already done for years and years and years and years.